We are in Greenhill Ranch today, which is a very coveted subdivision. It's up there with Triple Tree and Painted Hills. I have this gorgeous home right behind me that was listed just 2 days ago here in Bozeman, Montana. So I'm going to flip this camera around. We're going to take a tour. I haven't actually been through the home before, so we're going to get to see it for the first time together. So give me 1 second and kind of get a view of the neighborhood here. Like I said, this is on the south side of town. So we're a little further away from the Berger Mountains and the airport noise. Right now you can just hear birds chirping. This home is situated on a full acre, so there's a lot of elbow room between the neighbors. As you can see, there is a 3-car garage. This home is 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms. It was built in 2017. And it's 2 floors with no basement. Generally speaking, basement square footage is a little less desirable in Bozeman than above ground, and I've heard valuations from anywhere between 50% to 80% of above ground square footage. Just as a little insider tidbit. As I said before, this home was listed not yesterday, but the day before, and they've had some steady showing activity, it sounds like. There's 2 showings today, not including us. So we're some of the first that get to see it. It's the living room. Little entryway there. Let's go check it out together. Typically when I do these home tours, I'll have to turn on the lights, so I've been through the entire home before I start my video. But this time, the lights were already on. It's kind of fun to discover it for the first time together. So I'm stepping into the back corner of the living room, just so you can get a full view. It's very open in here. I love when you can see the living room, the dining room, the kitchen all together, because it makes gathering a lot easier. Stepping into the other corner here so you can get a full view of the living area. Let me zoom up real quick just so you can see these really neat ceilings with the warm timber above. I love that detail. Behind me here we have the dining area, which opens up, and we'll go out there in a moment. Beautiful views though out these windows. And then of course, one of my favorite places to video is the kitchen. It truly is the heart of the home. Let me take a step back and then we'll walk all the way through so you can see the whole thing. As you can see, there are floating shelves, some beautiful tile. You can get up close to see that really well. The appliances appear to be Gen Air. And there is a hood. There's a ton of counter space in here, and I love that the surface is bright white because it really reflects the light. It makes it feel bright in here, but it has a lot of contrast. I love kind of the taupey, darker color cabinets with the bronze hardware. Looks like these are smart appliances too. Let's check out the pantry behind me here. So as you can see, there's a lot of space in here. One trend that I've really noticed in Bozeman is that pantries are becoming larger and more functional, meaning we're seeing more microwaves in the pantry versus in the kitchen. We're seeing more appliances stored and utilized in the pantry, calling it like a butler's pantry. It's just a really nice way to, and you can see there's a pocket door here. It's just a really nice way to kind of tuck the clutter away from kind of the focal point of the kitchen to really have this be a nice, clean gathering space without a bunch of clutter on the countertops. Next, let's go explore this wing. Here's another view of the entryway we just came in. This home feels really clean. I want to point out the floors real quick. So it's kind of this circle saw. There, you can see it up close a little bit. It's really nice. It feels rustic, but this home is also really modern too. Again, you can see the reclaimed timber in the ceiling. And also they made an accent wall using some barnwood. So again, really pretty Montana rustic way to incorporate some warmth and some textures from the wood. We're seeing a lot more earth elements coming into design styles right now. So we see a lot of stone, a lot of woods, a lot of plants, really making it feel like the outside is coming in and incorporating those. And I think I like this trend personally because it adds a lot of the warmth and a lot of character to homes. So you have some built-in shelving, again, reclaimed barnwood, keeps that aesthetic. Let's see if this door is unlocked. So there's a sliding glass door here in the master. I'll back up so we can see it a little bit better. One thing that stands out to me right away is the mature landscaping. So when you buy into a newer subdivision, you're not going to get the mature trees. This is looking to the south. Look at all those beautiful homes that you get to call your neighbors. It looks like it opens up to this huge amount of open space. So you really don't see any of your neighbors. There's a primary we just came out of. You can kind of hear and see some neighbors through the trees, but not really. The landscaping kind of makes it a really nice fence, like a natural barrier. You can see some garden beds. Like I said before, this is on just over 1 acre. I think it's 1.001. It's really quiet. You can hear birds chirping. Let's head back inside to the master and we'll continue our tour. Make sure we get that locked. Okay, next we're going to venture across the hallway to what appears to be a really generous sized closet. There's a mirror on that wall. There's an island on here, which is kind of cute. It's nice to have jewelry and accessories stored in the middle. I can't tell if this little island piece is a standalone piece of furniture. I think it might be. One thing we didn't get a close-up on is there's like a little bench here, which is kind of nice. So backing up out of there, this is closed off by a barn door. So this must be a whole primary wing. Next, we're going to enter into the master bathroom. So right away, you can really see how light and bright it is in here. There's a soaking tub, beautiful window. I'm always trying to avoid getting myself in the mirror in these videos. Normally, I don't love having so many windows next to a bathtub, but because this is so open and you can't really see your neighbors, I don't think it would really be an issue. Standing in the tub right now so you can get an angle this way. Isn't that pretty? And I love how they use a lot of the same tile and stone and barnwood throughout the home. It makes it feel really cohesive. So let's check out the shower. So there's some glass here that separates the vanity from the shower. There's a bench, which is really nice. Bronze hardware. And I went to check out this flooring. Look at this. It's kind of like this pebble. It has a little bit of texture, which is kind of nice because then someone can't slip and fall as easily. And I love that it's all glass. As you saw, there's like that squeegee in the corner, which is really nice when you have glass to make it easier to clean off. It's nice to squeegee that after every single use. So that's the master wing. Walking back through the living room, dining room again, kitchen that we just explored. I love this little wine rack area. It's beautifully decorated, but it has a really nice function here, and a wine fridge. This is the powder bath. Again, you can see that barn wood carried over again for the accent wall. I'll take a step in here so you can see all around. Hope I'm not making anyone too dizzy. Let's see what's in this door here. Little linen closet. There's some stairs here, which we'll go up in a moment. First, I want to check out this bedroom. It's a nice sized bedroom. It has nice high ceilings too. I'll step into the corner so you can have a couple different angles. There is an ensuite bathroom. Oh, there I did. I got myself again. Built-in shower. It's really nice to have an ensuite bathroom. It can serve many purposes, whether this is a guest room or like a live-in childcare or multi-generational living. It's nice for everyone to have kind of their own space. Here is a mudroom. With some really nice built-ins. A mudroom is really important in Montana because depending on what season it is, we can trek in so much snow and mud. So it's nice to kind of come in from the garage, have that dedicated drop zone where everything gets stored before you go into the rest of your home. Keeps kind of everything contained and the rest of the home really clean. So you can see there is a lot of folding space here. There's a rack above so you can hang some clothes. Lots of natural light. Check out this view. Let's see if I can get a little closer. Isn't that gorgeous? Turning around, we have these Samsung washer dryer on these pedestals. They look really nice in here, along with some built-in cabinetry. And then you have this sink basin, which is really nice if you need to wash, hand wash clothes or small pets. It's nice to have that utility sink. Let's go take a peek out at the garage real quick. Okay, so they have a Grand Cherokee in here, which is kind of nice. It's nice to see what can fit inside any given garage. One thing that I almost did by accident when I bought my home is I forgot to measure my vehicle. And I have a long extended SUV. So it's really important to measure and to take into consideration homes that have smaller garages. More new construction, I feel like, has more space in the garage, but homes that are a little bit older, they are built for smaller cars. So just one thing to keep in mind is the size of your vehicles or the vehicle that you believe you'll use once you get here. It is really nice to have an oversized truck or an SUV because our roads do get kind of dicey. Especially with a family, I really like having my SUV. And a lot of Montanans enjoy their toys too. Here's a side-by-side. And also, a lot of people in Montana like their riding lawnmowers. When you have an acre or more, it's really nice to be able to ride on a lawnmower instead of have like a push mower. Also really popular in garages is we see these Costco built shelves. I feel like everyone has these. They're really nice. Keeps things off the floor and makes it look really uniform. That must be the backyard exit. And we didn't look in here yet. Let's take a peek. Okay, so in here, we have some storage space and it looks like the utility room. Looks like they keep all their luggage in here, which is a nice space where it's close enough to utilize, but it's not taking up precious closet space. Oh, and below I forgot to point out is the crawl space access too. I think it's time to venture on upstairs. It's a pretty window. So we're on the second level now. Again, this is a 2-story home with no basement. Oh, I love this room. It's so cozy. I love that little built-in reading nook. And the views from up above are even more beautiful than they were below. So let's check out window nook because I would probably spend a lot of time here. Again, just like we saw on the other side of the home, there's even more mature landscaping here. I don't know if there's truly a fence or not, but I don't think you really need one because this is really blocking the view of your neighbor. So they have this space set up as kind of like a fitness area, reading, lounge, relaxation space. There are blinds on these windows, so you could pull these all down and have like a movie room. Let's check out this closet together. Okay, so some more storage. It's always nice to have storage closets. Okay, this room caught my eye, so we're gonna go check this out next. This is really cool. Look at this wallpaper. Let's get some light on in here too. That's really cool. I want to do that to my kids' rooms. They have this set up as an office. It could be used as a, small child's room, maybe. It's a little bit on the smaller side. There's no closet. Okay, so the lawyer in me appreciates this. There's Shimerinsky on con law. I read that book in law school. Let's see. Oh, Black's Law Dictionary too. Okay, next we have this bedroom upstairs. It's a really nice sized bedroom. Let's see if I can get you some views of the outside. So this is looking out towards the driveway. Let's go check out the closet. It looks like a Jack and Jill bathroom. So we have a double vanity. Oh, look. Okay, so this bathroom, here's a shower. Here's a little commode. And then if you go back out this direction, here we find the reading nook room. It's nice how this all wraps around together. A+ on the wallpaper selection. Love this. This is set up as a sewing room, kind of hobby room. You have a telescope, and I'm sure the stars at night are really pretty in this area. It's probably really dark with houses being as far apart as they are. Could definitely be used as a bedroom. Here's a nice sized closet. And a nice seating area. And then we'll go the other way through this bathroom, which we just ventured through before. Just so you can see it from all angles. So this bathroom is kind of in the center of this upstairs, and it feeds into this living area and the 2 bedrooms behind me that we just explored. So let's head back downstairs. I think I want to take you guys outside a little bit and we can just kind of walk around, because it's a beautiful sunny day and why not? And then you can see the full scale of this home. I'm going to back up real quick because I don't want to litter with my little MLS detail sheet here. So if you like these home tours, please let me know in the comments. It's really helpful to get your guys' feedback on what you like or don't like, or if there's a home that you want to see, or if you're interested in moving, kind of what area of town that you think might be a good fit for you. I love doing these tours, and I want them to be informative and helpful to anyone considering moving here or buying within Bozeman. Okay, so we're going to take a nice walk all the way around this home, just so you can get a full, I don't know, appreciation for the home and what it offers. You know what I think would be really cool is to put white Christmas lights on all of these conifers. Oh, that would look so pretty, so dreamy. They do that a lot in Big Sky. Here's some smaller trees. So we know it has air conditioning. One thing I haven't seen yet, which isn't a total deal breaker, but I haven't seen a hot tub. Usually a home in this price point will come with a hot tub, just because it's one of those kind of creature comforts that people seem to really enjoy. I know that we use ours quite a bit in the fall, winter, and spring. Probably less so in the summer, just because when it's hot out, who wants to sit in a hot tub of water? Oh my gosh, look at this view. This is incredible. I like that there's no, neighbor or obnoxious industrial something going on right behind. It's just open space. Here's the neighbor properties. We're kind of looking to the southwest, and I believe this home is near Highlight Reservoir. I haven't been out there in a few years, but it's a good recreational place where people can go paddle boarding and kind of use as like lake activities, and there's hiking and picnics and all those things. So I was right, there is not a fence between this neighbor that's to the south. It's just a really well done setup with the trees and the bushes kind of blocking the view. So let's take a view of the house from this angle. Living in Bozeman, there's really nowhere to totally avoid the flight traffic. You can see the plane there. There's planes flying all over Bozeman in every which direction. Some people think, being in North Bozeman, you're going to hear the airport traffic more. But I actually saw a recent graphic that showed all the different flight travel patterns, and it's all over Bozeman. The entire city of Bozeman and beyond is affected. So there really is nowhere to totally hide from the airport. It's part of our community and how people travel. So there's no way to really avoid it. But I will say that's the first plane I've seen go by since we got here. Here's the garage. The landscaping has been meticulously maintained. I don't see a single weed that needs to be pulled. So there's a lot of pride in ownership. A lot of what I'm looking for when I look with buyers at homes is whether or not the sellers put any effort into fixing things as they came up, making sure cosmetically the home looks really pretty, because I think there's an assumption, and it's probably a safe assumption to make, that what you see on the outside is also probably what you could expect on the inside. So if someone has kept up with maintenance and taking really good care of this home, it's probably true that, you know, they're servicing things as they come up. They're not putting band-aids on problems or deferring maintenance. So that's a really good sign. I love this little concrete patio, not patio, walking space. Well, with that, we've concluded our tour. Thank you guys so much for coming with me, and I hope you join us again for the next one. Thank you and take care.